Hey, so if you've been trying to make money online, but you still haven't made your first $1,000 yet, I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. I've seen it happen time and time again with the students that I work with. They're stuck trying to make money online. Then they start working with me. We fix this one thing that I'm going to share with you in this video. They start making a couple $1,000s a month, finally, in just a couple weeks. This is literally the reason why most ambitious guys who are trying to make money online, they want to hit 10K per month, still aren't able to do it. It's not because you're unlucky. It's not because you're not working hard enough. It's literally because you've been doing one thing wrong that stops you from finally making your progression to start making 10K per month. And the things you do in the beginning are honestly the most important foundations that you can set for yourself. These foundations are the things that will start to allow you to start making 1K per month, 2K per month, 5K per month, and then eventually explode from there. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get straight into it. So most people, when they try to make money online, they waste months, if not years, trying to find the right business model for them. The one that gets them rich overnight, the one that allows them to magically start making 10K per month, etc. And I hate to break it to you, but this special business model doesn't actually exist. I don't care what some shill on Instagram or YouTube is telling you. No guru that is posting content on social media hit $10,000 a month in their first 30 days. That is just not real life. It's not rooted in reality. And the problem is you see all these guys trying to make money online, but most guys trying to make money online don't even understand how money and wealth is even created in the first place. They see the screenshots, the cars, the watches, the Miami penthouse, the lifestyle, but they don't understand how this stuff is actually created into people's lives. They think it comes from like some magical business model or some magic trend, and this is just not true. So inevitably with this, they keep switching lanes over and over to try to find the one that allows them to get rich fast and live this amazing life. But they never stop and ask themselves, like, what actually is money? How is money and wealth actually created in the world? People jump from business model to business model, whether it's drop shipping, SMMA, affiliate marketing, trading, but here's the uncomfortable truth. It has nothing to do with the business model itself of why you're actually making money. Because if it was all about the business model, everyone would already be rich. Here's the reality. It's about the value that the business model allows you to create into the marketplace that actually allows you to make money. Money doesn't just come from you picking the right business model or you trying this one special magical business model that's going to get you rich. Money comes from you helping somebody or a niche group of people with a specific problem. For example, dropshipping allows people to get access to convenient products that they would have wanted to buy for themselves. Amazon FBA creates value because people are able to buy products on Amazon with a lot more efficiency. SMMA creates value in the marketplace by helping businesses with better marketing, better ads, better systems, etc. So all the business models create value in the marketplace, and this is why you can get paid in some of these business models. But here is the biggest issue with beginners in the online space, and this is very rarely ever addressed. The value that these business models create in the marketplace is way too complicated and way too sophisticated for complete beginners trying to make money online. For a lot of these business models, you need like 3 or 4 things that you need to be good at working all at the same time. You need ads, you need traffic, you need branding, you need product sourcing, you need operations, etc., etc., etc. And it's not that these business models don't work, it's that most beginners have a tough time being able to manage all this stuff. And this is why most of these business models have like a 5 to 10% success rate. So what inevitably happens for a beginner that tries one of these business models? They fail with it. And they have the wrong expectations about it because the guru told them that they could make 10K per month in their first 30 days. And so when they don't hit that, now they're let down and they go and jump to the next business model. And the same thing happens all over again. And then inevitably that person, once they do this like 3 or 4 times, they start thinking that making money is a scam or that it's impossible or that every guru, you can't actually make money with business models. Every guru just makes their money by selling courses, etc. Now, how do you actually make money? How do you actually create real wealth for yourself? Well, number one, you actually have to have the right expectations. So understand just before we even get into it, you're not going to get rich in your first 30 days, your first 60 days, probably even your first 90 to 180 days. Just for some statistics, and obviously this can change based on the person and the business model, but the average student that I work with gets to 5K per month in about 180 days. A really good target to set for yourself if you actually want to hit 10K per month is do it in a year. Now, what actually is the simplest and the most efficient way for a complete beginner to start creating value in the marketplace so you can start making money for yourself? And the way to do this is by learning a skill that businesses already want and they already hire for, and they pay you immediately for solving problems with this skill. And you need an important one that actually puts money into businesses' pockets so that you're directly responsible for the value that's created. Now, there's a bunch of different skills out there that you can pick from, but the skill that I was able to pick that allowed me to start making a consistent 3 to 5K per month that I could build off of in the future and eventually go all in on that and drop out of college and quit my job, etc., was the skill of online sales. It is the one thing that every business on the planet needs help with and needs assistance with. And it's the one thing that a complete beginner can learn then go and work inside of a business and apply that thing that they learned and start making decent money for themselves. Like, obviously, again, you're not going to get rich overnight, but you can start to see results for yourself pretty quickly because all you need is like this foundation of learning the skill, and then you can go in and start working with businesses. Like I mentioned earlier, the average student that works with me hits 5K per month in about 180 days, but most of my students start earning money actually in their first 21 days. Now, if you don't know what online sales is or info product sales, I'll break it down for you so you know exactly what you need to know. You've probably seen people on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they're selling like a course or a coaching program with like a big audience that they have on social media. These businesses are selling something that's at least $2,000 and even upwards of like $5,000, $10,000 at the very high end. All of these online businesses need somebody to help them sell their product, sell their thing that they're actually offering to the marketplace. And this is exactly where you come in and help them inside of their business. And there's two main ways that you can do that. One for a beginner, one for a person that's been doing this for a little bit. The first thing is that you can become an appointment setter. This is where majority of my students start, and this is exactly how I started as well while I was a full-time college student and working 30 hours a week as a lifeguard. This is the thing that I would recommend to somebody who hasn't made their first $1,000 online, because you can pick it up, you can learn it, and you don't have to be some expert or like crazy, really good at sales. You can start going inside of businesses and at least making some money for yourself and applying yourself. Then by the nature of you doing reps and you practicing and you getting better over time, then you'll start making more and more money. As a setter, your job is pretty straightforward. You're basically working on behalf of an influencer. So for example, you might be logging into somebody's Instagram account or somebody's TikTok account, and you're gonna be basically messaging their leads that they're getting on social media and pushing them down the sales process if they're a good fit. So you're not necessarily going to leads on Instagram and just like shilling and just saying, hey, you have to buy my thing right now. Instead, what you're actually just doing is you're having conversations with these people. You're screening them to see if the business that you work for can actually help these people. And then if they can, then all you do is you get them booked in for an appointment, where then the next level, level 2, is becoming a closer. Then the closer takes that call and closes the deal. Again, most of the time as the appointment setter, you're literally just doing this in the Instagram DMs, or maybe you're having phone calls with leads as well. This can happen too. You're basically the bridge between a lead who just found somebody on social media versus a closer who's actually selling that lead on an expensive item. Then the next level is level 2 of becoming a closer. And this is where it gets a little bit more sophisticated. This is why it's not necessarily recommended for complete beginners, but this is a skill that you absolutely have to learn. Just because you don't start here doesn't mean that you skip over this. You ideally transition from a setter to closer in the long term. As a closer, now you're actually the person that jumps on Zoom meetings or phone calls, and you're having 45-minute to an hour conversations where you're actually selling people over the phone. And I say selling, but it's the same premise. If you can't actually help the person, you don't sell them. But essentially what you're doing is you're asking questions, you're gathering information, you're seeing if the business that you sell for can actually help this person. Then if you can, and you actually have a good product with the business you're working with, then it's your responsibility to sell them so that you can help them solve whatever problem they're facing. As a setter, you basically make about a 5 to 10% commission of whatever the price of the program is. And as a closer, you usually make about a 10 to 15% commission. This is how you are providing value. You're not necessarily directly providing value to the marketplace and to the average consumers that are watching these businesses on social media, even though you indirectly are, but really more so, you're providing value to the business owner by helping them take these calls and take these DMs off their hand so that they're able to focus on different things. Do you really think an influencer with 100,000 followers has time every single day to go in and message all of their leads and have conversations with all the people that are asking them to work with them? No, they do not have time for this. So what do? They hire appointment setters to do this on their behalf. Then eventually, when the appointment setters are cooking, do you think the business owner has time to take 8 one-hour calls every single day, plus create content, plus help their clients, plus do taxes, plus do all this other stuff inside of their business? No. So they eventually hire closers to help them on this regard. And the reality is more creators and more coaches are selling products now than ever. And so what this actually creates is it creates more businesses that are actually in need of appointment setters and closers, therefore making you more in demand. Additionally, too, on the flip side, everybody and their mother is trying to get you to do drop shipping, trading, or building an AI agency now. And so while everybody in the masses are trying to do that thing, you can pin yourself against that and see this as the way for you to finally break out of that system. And the beauty is you can actually build a skill like this that is going to be in the long term. So the way that I see AI coming into the world and just dominating, it's actually pretty crazy and it's a little bit scary. And if you're a young man that's like either graduating college right now, or maybe you're working an entry level job, you should be scared because AI will come and replace you as it gets better and better over time. The reality is, if you're an appointment setter right now, AI can replace appointment setting. It still has some time to go. So it probably has like another like 2 or 3 years or so before it replaces appointment setting, but AI will not replace closing. So if you were to take something like this serious now, you could get in now, start building your skill as a setter, be able to make some money for yourself, start hitting like 3 to 5K per month. You can use that to transition into closing, where you can actually build a long-term skill for yourself that will not get replaced by AI. The reason it won't get replaced by AI is because when you're doing closing, you're actually having to have human to human conversations with somebody over a Zoom call. The reality is about the way that humans work and how we make buying decisions is we actually need to trust somebody that we're talking to. And the reality is as well is when you're on a Zoom call with somebody that's an explicit AI and you know that they're an AI, you are not buying shit from them because you know what it is. You know that this person hired the AI so they didn't have to do the work themselves. And so you don't trust them. No one trusts fake bullshit. This is just the reality. And so this is why you can't get replaced as a closer. So I hope this video gave you a ton of clarity. If you have any questions about anything that I walked through in this video, you can comment that down below. If you want to see an exact breakdown on how I would recommend going from 0 to 10K per month, like literally a full step-by-step roadmap, I'll leave that in the first link in the description. And if you want to maybe work with me, you can apply down below as well. But you guys take care and have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.